Gentlemen, start your engine.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here on a Sunday night for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. Make sure you go check out savageedge.com. Coming at you live tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Going to be doing 240 laps here tonight. Going to be a long one. And I tell you what, these guys have been putting on a good show the last couple of weeks. Joining me as always tonight is Terry Tafferman Foster. Terry, what's going on?
Man, you said it's going to be a long one. 240 laps around this 1.50 mile and a half track here in Charlotte. Looks like we got a fuel wind about 30, 35 laps somewhere. Sam, but the big thing I'm kind of looking at tonight, we got a transitional race. We're going to start in the daylight, in the nighttime. A lot of drivers thinking they can't wait for it to get dark. Speeds are going to pick up and save them tires a little bit.
So it's interesting you actually bring up tire saving. These guys with only 4 sets of tires behind the pits, they're going to have to double stint tires at least 3 times tonight. Now, watching people in practice, Terry, I've been hearing a lot of engines getting killed. A lot of guys probably trying to do a little bit of a fuel saving strategy here tonight, but talking to a couple other people, they're saying it's not going to work. What do you think?
Yeah, I haven't talked to anybody really about fuel runs. Nobody said nothing about saving fuel, but you did say the double set on tires. I heard a couple guys say twice, 3 times, every time. So it's something we're going to have to watch for tonight, that's for sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got about a minute left here in practice. We're going to be heading down trackside here momentarily. Top of the board right now is Mark Arthur, 30.33. Jamie Walker right behind him, 30.36.
And Sam, last season here at Charlotte, Mark Arthur was our winner. Jamie Walker was second place. So you bring both those guys up. So Mark Arthur kind of keep the winning streak going here at Charlotte. And, one guy I kind of want to watch tonight is Corey Sherman, coming away with that win last week. He needs another good running because we're going to start that chaser in just a few weeks, Sam.
Well, with that being said, it is time to head down trackside for pre-race ceremony. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. Thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Actually, out in chat is Mullet Music Productions, saying, let's see if I can bring this Lowe's Camaro to a good finish at the former Lowe's Motor Speedway. Let's see if he can make it happen tonight. Right now, taking a look at the number 8 of Amanda Sherman, currently out on the Speedway on her first hot lap. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do not be fooled. I know qualifying says 18 and a half minutes. We're going to be advancing with about 10 minutes left to go. Another booth there by Mark Arthur. So blame him.
Since we're sitting there watching that 8 car of Amanda Sherman, I talked to her before race, Sam. She said, man, it's a long race, and Amanda's looking for a top 15 night out of that 8 car.
I think she's mentioned before, too, Terry. She does like Charlotte. I guess it's one of the favorite tracks out of the number 8 car. First lap, 31.27 out of turn number 4 and across the line here. What can she do on her second lap? Only 2 drivers set a time so far. Chris Legou, Amanda Sherman. Amanda Sherman goes 31.07. Well, let's take a look at this number 5 car of Corey Rutherford coming out on track right now. As Alberico just sets a time of a 30.97. Brad Collins bumps him down with a 30.78. About 7.5 minutes left to go here in qualifying. Here comes Corey Rutherford to get the green flag.
Never get a chance to talk to Corey, but check him out at CJR Graphics. He runs our weekly practice sessions every Sunday, so big thanks to him. And if you're interested in the paint schemes or something for your car, check out CJR Graphics.
That's over on Facebook.
Thank you.
Out of turn number 4, a little bobble there coming off turn number 4, but across the line for the number 5 of Corey Rutherford. Goes 6 fastest, 31.30. So far, quick time is for the number 23 of Kobe Sutphin, 30.45.
Now, at the moment, we've only got 6 people that's taken a lap out of, 30-something.
I think everybody's maybe waiting or thinking they got a lot of time when they really don't. We're advancing here at 10 minutes.
Right.
So
I know the hammer told him, hey, man, I'm letting this thing go. I'm going to make it go fast. Derek Paulson topped the chart. No, he's not.
Corey Rutherford goes 30.72. Steven Johnson in another Lowe's paint scheme at former Lowe's Motor Speedway. The number 2, Steven Johnson, coming out of turn number 4 to go ahead and take the green flag here. Kobe Sutphin still maintains the pole right now. Jason Bauer sets a time of a 30.91, currently 6th out on the charts. You said it, Terry. There is a lot of people who have yet to go out and qualify.
Yeah, this is something we don't see very often, Sam. Yeah, it looks like we got, 32 drivers, I think, and only 7 of them went.
Quick time for the number 2 of Steven Johnson, 30.36 on his first lap. Gets really tight coming out of turn 2. Going to have to abort this one and go with the first time of a 30.36. Good enough for provisional pole, though, right now.
Absolutely.
Brings it down pit side. Dalton Kilrow on his first lap right now. Just got the green flag down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Gonna run that high line. Now, that's something I've noticed a couple of drivers do, Terry. Out there on their first lap, they'll run that high line, build up that momentum, then use the bottom line on their second lap.
Yeah, something I've always done on this track and in Atlanta. I try to do that too. Then on my second lap, try to get down almost into the grass in the tri-oval. I mean, you shorten up that track as much as you can. It's going to give you better times.
First lap for Dalton Kilrow was a 30.72. You see him trying to put it all the way down on the paint on that blue line. Out of turn number 4 and across the line for the 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Quick time, 30.32 for the 41.
Right now, 41 showing MFRD Pole Award.
Got Joshua Rutherford in the number 64 heading out on track right now. Looks like Taylor Butcher Benjamin's out there as well. Currently 6th on the charts on his second lap. First time a 30.66.
And Sam, I don't know. Oh, let's see here. I click on somebody here. Okay, you're on the 10 car. I'm still looking at the 64. Do you happen to see what his car is?
Yeah, it's the Lowe's car.
Yeah. 2 Lowe's cars tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Second lap for Taylor Butcher Benjamin, 30.54, a little bit quicker, good enough for 5th position.
Sam, look who's sitting at 6th or 7th now.
Fred Thompson in the number 46. Top 10 qualifying spot right now for him. Sam Lawson goes 8th fastest. Taking a look at Joshua Rutherford now, first lap, 30.91, good enough for 15th.
Man, it's been a minute since we've been able to see that car anywhere. Josh Rutherford, when I talked to him, he actually wants to keep the car clean tonight, man, and try to stay out of trouble. Get that 64 up there toward the front late in this race and maybe walking home with maybe a podium finish or something.
Currently 7th out on the charts, 30.53 for the number 64 of Joshua Rutherford. About 2 minutes left to go here in qualifying. Seeing a few more drivers starting to set laps now, Terry.
Yeah, starting to see them coming up and setting times.
Let's see who we got out on track. How about Mark Arthur? Running that throwback scheme again this week, Terry. I wonder if that's going to hurt him like it did last week. Remember, always has bad luck if he's not in a pink car.
Absolutely, but man, again, I love seeing that car on track. It is probably one of my favorite cars.
Second fastest for Mark Arthur, 30.34 on his first lap.
Gotta find just a hair bit more to get past Dalton Kilrow, get that pole position.
Running a good line here in 3 and 4. Let's see what he can do. Only about 50 seconds left to go.
Man, he pinned that thing down there on 3 and 4. Nice run out of the 12.
Across the line. A little bit slower, 30.42. Mark Arthur going to have to settle for second.
As of right now, we got Tanner Marr, Jamie Walker. Oh, scratch that. Tanner Marr, Mike Massengill right now is not taking a lap. Jamie Walker now out on track on his 88.
20 seconds left to go here for Jamie. He's on his second lap. Should be able to make it across the line.
Jamie Walker able to take it up all the way to his 5th starting spot. Great run out of that 88.
All right, Terry. We got, let's see here, 34 drivers here. I think it's time. What do you say?
Do it.
Starting on the pole tonight is going to be Dalton Kilrow in that number 41 MFRD Racing Chevy Camaro. Mark Arthur's going to be to his outside there in second. Had a little mix up there on SDK, Terry. Starting in third is going to be Steven Johnson. Mike Hamlin to his outside in fourth. Jamie Walker going to be starting in fifth with Dave Seats to his outside in sixth. Kobe Sutphin is going to be starting in seventh with Rick Thompson starting in eighth. John Perkins going to be rolling off in ninth position with Brian Zimmerman to his outside in 10th. Corey Sherman starts in 11th position with Aaron Bachrover starting in 12th. Rolling off in 13th is going to be Brian Dees. He's got Samuel Lawson, the governor, right to his outside in 14th. Joshua Rutherford going to be starting 16th here this evening with Derek Paulson starting 16th. Chris Carroll's going to be starting 17th here tonight with Taylor Butcher Benjamin starting in 18th. Alex Harris going to be starting 19th. Dustin Ping in 20th. Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, starting 21st. Kyle, the wild man Wellman, is going to be starting in 22nd. Fred Thompson's going to be rolling off 23rd. Paul Ellison in 24th. You want the rest, Dave?
Yeah, Fred Thompson starting 23rd, 24th is Paul Ellison. 25th, Chris Legou. 26th, Joe Alberico. Corey Rutherford starting 27th. Casey Campbell in 28th. Brad Collins in 29th. Larry Bell starting 30th. Jason Bowers starting 31st. Amanda Sherman bringing it up in 32nd. Mike Massagill 33rd. Tanner Marr bringing up the rear in 34th. All right, let's adjust our cameras again. As Baystar is leading them all down now. You all right, buddy?
I am. Just making sure everything's working on my end. Getting good camera angles here, Terry.
Mark Arthur trying to make it 3 wide with the kill row and the pace car.
Looks like we got 32 drivers. Got the one to go signal. They're going to be going green flag racing this time by 240 laps. It's the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. It's time to get it on here in Charlotte.
240 laps around this 1.5 mile track. Tires. That's what they're all talking about tonight.
What strategy do you go with? You got to double stint tires at least 3 times here this evening. Pace car is going to pull down pit road. Mark Arthur and Dalton Kilrow leading them down to the green flag. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing here at Charlotte.
Dalton gets a good jump as we got Steven Johnson, Mark Arthur trying to fight going into turn 1. Mark Arthur stays on the high side, and Johnson stays low. Goes up in front of him.
Down and back straightaway, Jamie Walker looking to the inside of Mike Hamlin going into turns 3 and 4. Hamlin's going to kind of run the middle part of the racetrack, try and pinch that 88 down to the bottom side. Jamie clipped the apron just a little bit there. He's going to lose his momentum and allow Kobe Sutphin now to take a peek to the outside.
Jamie Walker really needed a good race tonight and a good finish. He actually had to take it to the hauler early last week. I mean, it was on the start of the race, though, Sam. So he had to take it to the hauler and was not able to get that 88 back out on track last week.
Dalton Kilrow still your race leaders. We head back into turns 3 and 4. Steven Johnson moved up into second on the initial start there. Mark Arthur drops back to third. Mike Hamlin runs fourth. And now Kobe Sutphin, your top 5.
Kobe Sutphin trying to look to the inside of the 28, just a hair bit of Hamlin. Decides just to back off, let Hamlin come on down there.
And Dave Seats take a look to the outside of the number 88 there as we headed into turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. About a car length in between those two drivers right now, back into 3 and 4. John Perkins all over the back bumper of that number 14 of Dave Seats. But don't look now, here comes last week's winner, Corey Sherman, with the fastest lap of the race last time by, now up in the 9th actually.
Corey Sherman, getting around at 33, now trying to get around Seats on the outside. Probably not a good move out of that 3 car early in the race, knowing that you have to double step tires at least 3 times.
He's got a plan, and he's kind of rolling with it right now, Terry. Running the outside groove. The only one right now trying to make it work. Almost a little bit of contact there as they come off of turn number 4. We're on lap 5 of 240. Green flag racing all the way. Corey made that move, work around seats. Now to the outside of Jamie Walker. Corey Sherman now up into the 6th position, all over the back bumper. That number 23 goes back up to the top side of the racetrack here in turns 3 and 4. Jamie Walker's going to take a peek, but not enough momentum to make the move possible.
Maybe that 3's trying to get up there, Sam, early. Maybe lead a lap so you get them bonus points. That's going to help definitely in the championship.
If I had to guess what Corey's trying to do, I would say he's trying to get as much track position as he can right now. Once he gets that track position, he can start to back off and save tire, right? But right now, just wants to get in a good spot and then maybe just ride. Looking to the inside of the 23, almost contact there in the middle of the corner. Corey Sherman on the bottom side of the racetrack. Kobe Sutphin up top. Battle for your 5th position on lap 8.
Back up front, we actually got Johnson starting to run down 41 at Kilroe and bringing Mark Arthur along with them.
Everybody pretty much knows the tail right now. Caution flag out on the speedway. First one of the evening. Gonna be here on lap actually 7, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 7. Looks like maybe Fred Thompson and Larry Bell might have been involved here. Let's get a replay for you. Hard to tell from that angle. We're going to have to back it up again here. Oh, looks like
wow.
Fred Thompson. Get a look from the chopper cam here. Gets up near the wall, tries to keep it off the wall, pulls it back down. Gets into the side of that 43 car, and then Fred unfortunately spins out on his own. Probably going to be seeing the 46 take the penalty on this one, Terry.
Yeah, I would say so too. Oh yeah, like you said, almost got to 73 involved with that too.
Yeah, and that's his teammate there, Casey Campbell,
yeah,
Speed
Casey,
Mafia.
yeah.
So first caution of the evening here, ladies and gentlemen, on lap number 7. What do you do? Do you come down and take fuel? I think so.
I'm topping off, Sam.
I'm topping off to Dalton stays out of all people. Dalton's going to go ahead and say, however, Terry, he can still pit next time by. But Corey Sherman also stays out. Is this a strategy they might be trying to play here tonight? Lap 9, pretty much everybody else in the field, ladies and gentlemen, hit pit road here under this caution. Of course, you'd be very, very silly to take tires right now. So
yeah, only
fuel only and everybody down and away.
Yeah, 9 laps into a race. I don't think I'd want to do that, but well, you did call it on the track with the 46 of Fred Thompson is getting the EOL going to the back of the end of the line. Corey Sherman, Dalton Kilroe talking about maybe they should have stopped to get fuel. Well, Dalton said maybe we should have stopped and topped off. Corey Sherman says, nah, we're good.
Yeah, but the thing is, Terry, you can only do about 25 to 35 laps. I know it's a big gap, ladies and gentlemen. We kind of got mixed results when we asked drivers, I guess you could say, what the fuel was tonight. So we said about 25 to 35 laps. You already been out there for 7 at full power. You've gotten a couple here under caution, but now everybody behind you can go another 7 laps. Everybody's running real tight, though. Dalton and Corey could be thinking, hey, we got one this early. We could get another one here very quickly.
Yeah, and you know, everybody that's behind them came in and got fuel for the most part. So, I mean, and everybody came back out in the same spot. So it wasn't a big deal.
Well, they're going to elect to stay out. They're not going to come down here with 1 to go. Going to be taking the green flag at next time by here. Coming to lap 11. We'll have 230 laps to go.
Oh, boy.
So I hope you got your popcorn ready.
Absolutely. Fred Thompson out there actually apologizing to the 43 of Larry Bell. Man, he was very apologetic to Larry, and Larry, being a good guy he is, he's that's racing. It's all good.
Larry Bell actually got some pretty good damage on that right front. You can kind of see him hanging back there on the outside lane. Gonna affect him here at this 1.5 mile racetrack. Aerodynamics very important here. Got to keep that car clean, but able to come down pit road and get some work done on it. We'll see what Larry Bell can do here the rest of the evening. Dalton Kilrow, Corey Sherman gonna lead him down for this one. Back in the restart zone, Dalton fires him off. We're back to green. And a good launch there for the number 41 of Dalton Kilrow as we go back down into turns 1 and 2. Steven Johnson also, Terry, great launch going into 1 and 2. Corey Sherman kind of sleeping a little bit.
I was going to say, it's kind of the same thing at the start of the race. We see Steven Johnson just keep up with the leader, Dalton Kilrow, or Mark Arthur, excuse me, and he held on to that second place spot. Fairly simple, but now we got Corey Sherman backing up a little bit with Mike Hamlin trying to run him down.
Brian Dees looking to the inside of Mark Arthur, battle for the 6th position. Dees is going to go ahead and snag that away. Mark Arthur starting to go backwards here a little bit, Terry. Could this be strategy out of the number 12?
I absolutely think it is. One thing Mark has taught me in the past, he's lap 12. So he's told me, he says, man, sometimes you just got to run the first part of the race like it's the last part of the race, try to save them tires. So I think it's strategy to go out of the 12 car.
John Perkins and Chris Keller are side by side behind him. They're looking like they want to split this 12 car 3 wide, but being very patient here. Looks like Carroll's going to go ahead and get that spot off of Perkins. That was for 9th. Now Carroll going to look to the inside of Mark Arthur going into 3 and 4.
Now, Chris Carroll right now is up 8 spots, so maybe he just saved a little bit of that tire before the caution we had. And now he's going to start working on Mark Arthur in that 12 car. Looking to the inside, and here he comes. Getting down on the low side of Mark Arthur. He's got him passed.
So give Chris Carroll 8th position. Mark Arthur drops back to 9th.
I think John Perkins, Sam, I think he wanted to follow Chris Carroll through there.
Well, while we were watching that battle, we must have had a battle for the lead going on. Steven Johnson, your new race leader. Corey Sherman also just worked his way around Dalton Kilrow. Kilrow's fallen back to 3rd. Now Corey Sherman trying to get up to the race lead. That's last week's winner from Darlington. Trying to go for 2 in a row here tonight.
2 in a row and keep them points coming.
And as we mention it every week, right? The points are very, very important in this league. There's no more winning you're in. While we do have a playoff format, you can't just win a race and expect to be in the playoffs. You do have to fight your way in, and Corey is on the cusp of that line right now. So that win helped him, but he's going to have to stay consistent here for the rest of the regular season.
Yeah, Corey Sherman right now is sitting 14th in our points battle. Right behind Brian Dees, and then Jamie Walker sitting 12th. So yeah, Corey's got to keep that battle going, man, and get up there. And Stephen T. Johnson right now is actually sitting 9th in our points. So he's trying to get around Stephen, maybe move himself up a little bit in the point standings later on tonight.
Battle here for the 4th spot. Jamie Walker to the bottom side of the racetrack. Mike Hamlin up on the top side. Hamlin keeps the momentum down the back straightaway. Jamie's having a little trouble trying to get around him. He's going to slot back in line, stay in 5th position right now. Battle for the race lead. Corey Sherman slides up in front of Steven Johnson. New race leader to number 3 of Corey Sherman.
Give Corey Sherman 5 bonus points.
Kind of driving it a little hard into the corner, Terry. Is that going to hurt him later? Really got to baby these tires here in the first 10 laps of a run, especially off of fresh tires. This track very abrasive. You're going to lose a lot of time here. Let's put it into perspective. Right now, Corey Sherman's best lap time was a 30.95, currently running 31.5s.
Yeah, still putting to it, that's for sure.
Almost a full second off of fresh tire pace. So is someone going to try and, pull a slick move here tonight, Terry, and try and save a set of tires for way late in the run? I don't think you can do it. I think it's going to be really difficult, but we've seen it happen before.
Well, we've seen Corey Sherman, Dalton Kilroe after 216 laps last week on a 1.36 mile track. Both of them had a tire left at that late last caution that we had, so it's very possible.
Now remember, everybody but Dalton and Corey came down pit road on that lap 7 caution. So we're going to probably see Corey and Dalton pit first. The question is, when? Remember, the fuel window, about 25 to 35 laps. I think, honestly, they can only do about 30 if they're not pushing. So we're going to see that coming here in the next 10 laps, 10 to 15 laps for the whole field.
Man, we got fast race cars back, mid-packing and back, Sam. We got some racing going on through here.
We get a shot from our Savage Edge blimp cam. Couple of battles going on there. Middle of your screen, that's Wildman Wellman with Alex Harris to his inside. It's a battle going on back here for 15th and 14th. Brian Zimmerman following them. See Philip Van Vliet back here losing a couple of spots to Brad Collins. And it looks like Paul Ellison.
Yeah, the 64, Rutherford's actually working on Van Vliet now, trying to get back up to him to get around him.
See Samuel Lawson back here in the 17th position. He has Taylor Butcher Benjamin right behind him. In 18th, Taylor trying to work his way up to the field. Had a quick time there in practice.
And Sam, you got the 24 there. Different paint scheme out of there. He's kind of running a brown car now with the TSP logo on it. He said he had to change paints because that blue just was not working for him on getting these points and stuff.
Well, let's go back up at the front of the field. 3-car battle for the lead right now, Terry. You see Dalton Kilroe up on the top side of the racetrack. Steven Johnson on the bottom. They're fighting for second. They've been running Corey down this whole time. Dalton probably hung back, saved a little bit of tire. Now trying to take that race lead back from Corey Sherman.
This is crazy the way these guys are running 24 laps into this race. Man, we got to throw a blanket over these guys.
Yeah, at least over our top 7, all the way back to Brian Dees. There you go. Great shot of them. Dalton making a move for the race lead. Corey's trying to hang tough on the outside. Steven Johnson looking to the middle, trying to make some ground up here. And here comes Mike Hamlin.
Steven Johnson all over the back end of that 3-car. Wow.
I'm wondering if these guys maybe are pushing it just a little too hard right now. You got to double stint 3 sets of tires here tonight. Maybe they're just trying to see how hard they can push it, how much they actually do have to back off and save tire.
Yeah, maybe a little experimenting is going on here. Dalton Kilroe's actually starting to pull away from Sherman and Johnson.
Mike Hamlin all over the back bumper of that number 2 machine right now in 3 and 4. Got his teammate, Limitless Motorsports, Kobe Sutphin in the 23 right behind him. Kobe having a good run here.
Hamlin trying to look under the 2 of Johnson.
See Jamie Walker back there. He just lost position from Brian Dees. Brian Dees is another driver, Terry, really good at this racetrack. We've always seen him up inside the top 10, top 5 here. Right now, sitting in 6th.
Brian Dees and Jamie Walker both, they got a hornet's nest pretty much up there in front of them with Kilroy, Sherman, Johnson, Hamlin.
Be impatient right now. I think that 88 has bigger plans, and I think it's winning the race. I don't think he really minds that he's running 7th right now, just hanging right on the back bumper of that number 17. I think Brian Dees is kind of doing the same thing as well, Terry. He's not really pushing the issue right now on that 23. He's had a couple of good runs, but just kind of backs off and stays in line right now.
Yeah, as we run that now, the 88 of Walker actually has 3 wins this season. So he needs that 4th win, move up the points.
Dalton starting to pull away from Sherman. Johnson on the back bumper, on the back bumper is Sherman. And Corey doing a good job for how hard he's been running, hanging on to this 2nd position right now.
I think Johnson's trying to figure out what Sherman's doing. Because a little bit ago, Corey was a lot faster on the straights and was able to pull away from him. That ain't happening now. That number 2 Lowe's car of Johnson is all over the back end of that 3 car.
Brian Dees taking a peek to the inside here. The 23 is Sutphin.
Whoa.
Here comes Dees inside the top 5. See Johnson to the outside of Sherman there as well.
And that's what I was worried about. He done that on the outside.
Got tired of waiting, Terry. Didn't want to make the move on the bottom. Steven Johnson now in 2nd. Here comes Mike Hamlin trying to follow on the top side. Corey Sherman getting stuck on the bottom groove.
Sherman wants to be there. He just called out his pit.
So there you have it. We're on lap 31. So they can do about 31 laps, I'd say, Terry, because remember that 3 car didn't pit. Curious how Dalton's still able to stay out there. He's been running hard up here in the lead.
Yes, he has, to stay up in front of all these guys. Because, again, there's a little bit of a hornet's nest behind him between Johnson and Sherman at the time.
So that means here in about another 8 or so laps, we're going to be seeing pretty much the whole field coming down pit road. The question is, who will be the first driver to bring it down? Guarantee they're going to be double sitting this set of tires. We're probably going to be seeing a lot of fuel-only stops this go-around.
Leader coming down now. Dalton Kilroy on pit lane.
So that hands the race lead over to Steven Johnson. Johnson going to get 5 bonus points for leading the lap here tonight. You see Corey Sherman in the background there coming off pit road. That does put Sherman a lap down.
That'd be interesting to see what their percentage are right now, Sam, on them tires for Sherman and Kilroy.
There goes the race leader going into 1. Dalton Kilroy coming off pit road. So Steven Johnson leads the way. Mike Hamlin 2nd. Brian Dees now up to 3rd. Kobe Sutphin runs 4th. Jamie Walker rounds out your top 5.
I just have to look back in the 12 car. Mark may have had a plan that we talked about a little bit ago, but he's still up and running strong in that 7th place.
Still a long way to go in this one. Mark could be saving them tires though, Terry. We could be seeing this 12 car making moves here in the next, I'd say, 20 to 30 laps after he takes that first pit stop. Gets full tank of fuel.
Well, if he's saving tires, then I almost bet the rest of the field is too, because nobody's catching nobody.
And that's the biggest thing, right? Not only do you got to save tires, you got to be fast while doing it.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of these guys who are very good at saving their tires, saving their stuff. What's the old saying? Finish first, you must finish. Long race here tonight, man.
Yeah. What you said.
So again, the question being, when are these guys going to come down pit road? Steven Johnson, Mike Hamlin on back. Last pit on lap 8. If Dalton and Corey pit on 31, 32, I'm going to be saying around lap 40, we should be seeing these guys come down pit road. What do you think?
Now, I'm writing down 31 and 32 now because we know they can do it. So, yeah, they ought to be coming here shortly. Let me do some math.
Taking a look at John Perkins running in the 9th position. Dalton making moves, trying to get back up through the fields. Got to get a lap back.
Yeah, if they're truly doing 32 laps, everybody, well, pretty much everybody pitted on lap 8. Sam, they got to come down around lap 40-ish, 41. Larry Bell calling out a pit, but we know Larry Bell was in earlier because of an accident.
Dustin Ping just hit pit road. I see Blake Decker out in chat, Terry. Blake says, if you were a betting man, Sam, who do you think is going to victory lane tonight? Well, I tell you what, every time I pick somebody, it jinxes them. And I hate to do it to him, but he's always good here. I like 17 of Brian Dees. He always does well here. And here he comes down pit road, number 17 of Dees.
Also, now, Blake, I know you threw that question to Sam, but I'm going to go with Jamie Walker tonight in that 88, only because of what happened to Jamie last week. And the last couple weeks, his races has not been all that good. He's got something to prove.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, go check out Blake Decker's YouTube channel. Just started working on vlogs and stuff like that. Real racing content. It's pretty awesome stuff. Make sure you guys go check out his YouTube channel. He was nice enough to put us on the side of the car, so got to shout him out for that.
Yeah, absolutely, Blake. Thank you for doing that, man. Putting TSP on the side of your car. That's pretty cool.
Here comes pretty much everybody else, Terry. Mark Arthur stays out with Samuel Lawson, who stays second. We're on lap 41.
Maybe Mark was waiting for that caution and leave Dalton a lap down.
Maybe waiting for a caution, or maybe just the way he was saving fuel or saving tires that he was able to save just a little bit of fuel as well. Mark Arthur, your race leader right now. Dalton Kilrow is right behind him. So if Dalton can work his way around Mark, that'll put Dalton back on the lead lap. So we see Mark putting everybody a lap down right now, except Steven Johnson was actually able to hit pit road, get fuel, and get off pit road and stay in front of our race leader.
I think Mark's coming down now, Sam. Maybe not. Yep, here he comes.
Yeah, here he comes.
Oh! Whoa! D's!
See what I said? Caution flag on the speedway here on lap 42. Between the 12 and the 17. Let's go back and take a look. Mark probably not going to be happy about that one, especially if he called out his pit stop here. So you see Dalton making his way around him. I mean, yeah, he's checking up for pit road and just kind of gets ran over.
Wow, yeah, he sure did. And for some reason, I'm showing Corey Sherman on my screen too.
Let's go see what happened to Corey. Corey getting a 2X somewhere. Oh, just came up and clipped the wall there,
Yeah,
Terry.
hit the wall.
Well, that does put Steven Johnson, the race leader.
Oh, Mark Arthur just got a penalty for entering a closed pit.
The caution came out as soon as he was hitting pit road. So, yeah, he's unfortunately probably going to have to serve that one.
Nope.
Not much you can do about that.
Hammer cleared it.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That's interesting. So it is showing Steven Johnson, the race leader. All these guys in front of him, ladies and gentlemen, these are all going to be the wave around cars.
And Brian Dees in the 17 car did get the EOL here. And Mark Arthur is actually coming down pit lane. Probably going to get some of that damage fixed now. He also got a passing under yellow penalty too, so he's going to go ahead and serve a penalty. Nope, you got that cleared too.
Trying to think here, Terry. Running stuff through my head. I'm wondering if they're going to get the one to go this time. They're probably going to have to extend it for how many wave around cars there are.
Very well could be, unless these guys can actually pick it up.
Looks like they're all going to be heading by this time. I was going to pull somebody up, but we got a lot of pit stops, late pit stop strategies going on. So I tell you what we'll do. Instead of an in-car interview for this restart, we'll do a crank it up. How's that sound?
That sounds like it might work.
So Steven Johnson currently running first, Dalton Kilrose second, Brian Dees third, Mark Arthur fourth, Chris Carroll rounds out top five. Corey Sherman is on pit road right now. Looks like he's going to be sitting there getting some damage fixed. Remember, saw him hit the wall coming out of turn number 4 on that last caution. We're on lap 45 of 240, second caution of the evening.
There is a lot of chatter going on, people getting flags and pass it. He's starting to clear some flags, I do believe. Oh, maybe not.
Let's see here. I'm not even sure who is so Sam Lawson is actually the first wave around car. He's bringing basically the whole field with him. So this restart's going to look a little wonky, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a lot of cars lined up on that inside lane.
Our time to score is going to go crazy.
Any word on race control extending this caution, Terry, one more lap?
Absolutely not.
So they're all going to have to catch up rather quickly. I see a few of them just going into turn 4 over there. They might be able to catch up all the way. It should be good.
Yeah, they're still jockeying for position up front, too.
Some new names now up inside the top 10. Samuel Lawson, him one of them. Mark Arthur found his way back up inside the top 5. We got some lap cars up here as well who are going to try to fight to get their lap back. Good opportunity for them to do it here.
Sam, we are extending this caution.
So race control going to go ahead and let it fly one more time. We're going to go around one more lap here, ladies and gentlemen. Get them all lined up where they need to be. Like I said, once we go back green flag racing, we're going to go ahead and do a little crank it up. Because who knows? We might not get another caution the rest of the race, Terry. You never know.
Very possible.
However, this does change up some things. This allows everybody to come down pit road, fuel up one more time. Everybody pretty much on the same strategy. Nobody taking tires yet. Corey Sherman showing a 39-second pit stop. That was to get a little bit of that right side damage fixed up on that number 3 car.
All right, man. I'm trying to listen to these guys talk and listen to Garrett talk. The lucky dog, he's going to hold his spot. He's going to have to, Garrett's going to have to clear his flag. It's most likely he's going to get a black flag.
Pace cars down off. Steven Johnson brings him down to the restart zone with Dalton Kilroy to his outside. Green flag back out in the air, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
Big bobble there. And caution flag back out on the speedway.
Wreck. Check on the 71, Sam. He's actually called it out.
Spins the tire. Yep, 71 at Chris Lagoose. Spins the tires. Collects John Perkins. Samuel Lawson got a piece of this.
Wow.
Couple of drivers only getting 1 X's for hitting the grass. Derek Paulson's showing to get a piece of something here. Yeah, barely a tap there. That's not too bad. But after the 64. Tries to stop. Noses into the 33. Let's take another look at it. Just a wheel spin out of the 71. Tries to catch it up in front of the 33 of Perkins. Unfortunate for the 71.
It's probably a good thing for Johnson. They had that. I mean, hell, he actually got it under control. We saw Steven Johnson take off and forgot he's on old tires, and that thing got all but sideways, I guess.
Let's see here. Who do we got? Do we got anybody? Yeah, we do. We got 4 drivers on in-car here tonight. I'm gonna bring up, I think, this 76 car, Fred Thompson. See if we can't dial him
Rick
up.
Thompson.
Bring him up on in-car here. Yeah, let's see if we can dial up Rick Thompson. Rick Thompson, driver the number 76. Sam and Terry in the booth. You got me.
Yeah, I got you.
So it's showing you currently 1 lap down right now. What's the plans going forward here? Still a long way to go in this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I want to burn a set and try to get myself in the lucky dog spot, or hold the line and hope that I get back through the crowd with the older tires.
So how are you doing on tires here tonight? Do you know what your strategy is for the rest of the evening?
Yeah, we got double stand a few times. Tires pretty good so far, to be honest with you, compared to a bunch of the others that I've heard. But yeah, with being a lap down, I know I got to compete with a lot of guys for this lucky dog spot. So I think I'm going to stay out, and see what happens here. It looks like guys are spinning on cold tires on these restarts, so we might get another few times around like this.
All right, Rick. Hey, good luck out there. Still a long way to go. Hopefully we'll talk to you later on.
I appreciate it, Sam. Hopefully so.
Rick Thompson, driver the number 76, talking with us.
And Sam, as you was talking to him, Garrett Rainey, the hammer, come down on the 71 car at Chris Legou.
All right, so what do you say? We try to crank it up this time?
Man, you can try. .33 car, Perkins No clip on the front of that thing.
Well, this allows all those drivers that had to take the waiver on the last time, Terry, they're at least able to double file back up going this time. So it did help some drivers. However, I know these guys are itching to get back going. Everybody last pit around lap 30 to 40 or 39 to 45, except you got Mark Arthur came down on lap 50 there, Terry. So a little strategy of topping off being done by the number 12.
Yeah, topping off and probably, I don't know, that was only less than 5 seconds. I'd say maybe getting a little bit of work done on that car, but nope, not 5 seconds.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a quick yellow there on the restart. 71 of Chris Legoo getting some wheel spin, getting into John Perkins. Everybody else making it through. Going to be coming back to the green flag to take a lap number 53. Stephen Johnson, Dalton Kilroe still on the front row. Chris Carroll, Mike Hamlin on row 2.
It's going to be interesting to see if the 41 or the 2 has the better set of tires. But then again, we got Chris Carroll back here. We know he laid back a little bit at the start of the race. But Mike Hamlin up to the top on the outside, he's been racing just as hard as the guys up front.
So a long way to go in this one, Terry. These guys need to calm down just a little bit, save their tires, get some laps turned here tonight. You got to double stint these. They're going to be rough here, especially on this restart. If Chris Legoo had problems with wheel spin, everybody else is going to be kind of worried about that right now.
Yeah, we saw Johnson do it this last restart. So hopefully he's in a good gear this time where he ain't got to tromp it and get that thing sideways.
Well, coming out of turn number 4, down to the restart zone. Pace car is off. Johnson fires him back off. We're underway. Looks like a clean restart this time.
Looks like Kilroe to 41 might have spun just a little bit. He had to back that 41 up a lot.
Lost some positions there, but ladies and gentlemen, how about we go for it? We're going to do a crank it up.
Crank It Up, man, that is also kind of gives me chills. Looking at Jamie Walker in the 88, you got the Governor, Lawson in front of him, and 28 of Hamlin kind of to his left and in front of him. One thing I was looking at earlier was Alex Harrison, a 74, would run up on the 88 of Walker just like he did. Then he'd back off. Walker definitely with straightaway speed, and Harris with that turn speed going into the turns.
Right now, the 74 looking to the inside of Samuel Lawson, trying to take away the 6th position. Lawson going to fight hard on the outside.
Yeah, I was kind of watching those guys battle it out during the Crank It Up, Sam, but back up front, Stephen Lawson's still doing an awesome job in that number 2 Lowe's car with, what's he got? Now, 0.35 lead over Chris Carroll at the moment.
So currently right now, the 42 of Kyle Wildman Wellman is the first car 1 lap down. Remember, we just talked to the 76 of Rick Thompson, said he's trying to fight to get back on the lead lap. Has to get around that number 42 if he wants to make it happen if we get a quick yellow.
Yeah, we heard it in his voice. He wanted to pit, but he didn't want to pit. He wanted new tires, he didn't want new tires.
Well, it's a tough decision, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if you're trying to get back on the lead lap. I mean, you got plenty of laps to do it. However, main concern is, what do I do here? Because if I want to get my lap back, I can't pit. But if I don't really care and can wait a little bit longer, I'm going to come down and pit like you said. But I don't know. I think you made the right call. Right now, 24th, right behind Wellman. Wellman trying to get around Arthur. Mark's running 13th right now on the lead lap.
So, Sam, I just rounded it up to about lap 40 when everybody pitted, because we got 44, 39, 41s. So around lap 72, we're going to have to start seeing a lot of these guys start heading down pit lane. I think that's when we're going to see our first set of tires being changed.
Remember, they're going to have to double stint around 3 times here tonight. Everybody's done it at least once so far. So you're right. Next time by in the pits, I think everybody's going to be taking their first set of Goodyear tires, as we're taking a look at the battle for the lucky dog right now. Kyle Wellman, Rick Thompson. Thompson backs out of it. We're going to go 3 wide with Fred Thompson, Corey Sherman, and Wellman for a second.
And here comes 76. Thompson trying to get underneath Sherman. Does get underneath Sherman. That's Wildman. Ooh, 76-3 may have touched a little bit there.
And that was actually the 46 getting into the outside wall.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I was watching the 76 and 3. I thought they may have touched each other.
Now, Fred got the outside wall just a little bit there on the exit of turn 4. So Steven Johnson, still your race leader, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Carroll runs second. Gap to Carroll from Johnson, about half a second. We're going to take our first commercial break of the evening. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
Back alive here on True Sim Productions. Steven Johnson continues to lead the way, has extended that gap by about another half a second, a full second on Chris Carroll as of right now. Mike Hamlin runs third place right behind Chris Carroll, about 0.6 of a second off the back bumper. Front lap 74 of 240. These front runners are going to be making their green flag pit stops here rather soon.
Alex Harrison, the 74, just called out his pit. Looks like we've got Paul Ellis and Casey Campbell already in the pits. So our math wasn't off by far, Sam. I think he just may have called it out. Yep, here he comes.
Forgot to unmute myself right there, Terry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, you know, we all make mistakes sometimes. Steven Johnson on pit road. Chris Carroll keeps it out on the racetrack. Mike Hamlin does as well. Both of these drivers last pit on lap 44. Jamie Walker now takes over the third position. He last pit on lap 40.
No tires for the number 2. Wow, fuel only.
Jamie Walker brings the 88 down pit road. So Chris Carroll, your race leader. Mike Hamlin second. Now Dalton Kilrow in third. Dalton's about 1.8 seconds off the back bumper of Hamlin. Hamlin's starting to run down that number 99.
Now, Hamlin's been fast this whole race. Just hasn't had the opportunity to get up there and lead that lap yet.
question is, who's going to pit first out of these two? What does Hamlin do? Does he push the issue here, try to get the race lead, get them 5 points? Or does he just kind of ride right now, let Carroll pit first, then get those 5 bonus points after Carroll comes on pit road?
I was actually watching Jamie Walker on his pit. He did take tires, Sam. Corey Sherman just calling out his pit.
So bold move there by the number 2 is Steven Johnson, not taking tires on that pit stop.
Man, I like to know what his percents are on them things. Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be struggling here for another 30 laps if he's trying to triple stint a set of tires. He's going to lose a lot of time here, too, once these other guys come down pit road. Sam Lawson hits pit road. Josh Rutherford in 7th right now, right behind Brian Dees. Mark Arthur up here in 4th, involved in that one caution. Him and Brian Dees got together. And here comes Carroll and Hamlin, both at the same time. So that gives the race lead back over to Dalton Kilrow.
Sherman with a fresh set of tires. Watch Chris Carroll in a 99 slide. Oh, he had to back up. He had one a little far in his pit.
Problems for the 99 on pit road, trying to get a camera on it. Down and away for the 99. 10.3 second pit stop, Terry. Interesting. That is not that is not a full tire, 4 tire stop from the 99 at all. Mike Hamlin, though, 4 tires down and away.
Yeah, I think with Chris having to back up that 99 a couple feet, that's probably why he just took a splash, I guess you might say.
Jamie Walker working his way around Mark Arthur. Arthur now in the race lead. Now, Mark last pit on lap 50. So he's done about 31 laps here on his tank of fuel. Make it 32.
Dustin Bing called it out, and he's actually coming out. Josh Rutherford, he had 50 laps on his last pit, so he's also bringing it down pit lane.
Mike Massengill's another driver who pit on lap 50. He's currently running in the 4th position. He brings it down pit side. Keeping an eye on this 12 machine of Mark Arthur when he's going to bring it down. I would imagine either this time or next time. Here he comes, Mark Arthur coming down pit road. So that will hand the race lead back over to Steven Johnson. And here comes Jamie Walker trying to take it with them fresh tires.
I'll say Jamie's going to get it, that's for sure, with them fresh tires.
Oh, no question. Big move to the outside. New race leader, Jamie Walker, for the first time tonight.
Sam, I don't believe Mark Arthur took tires.
He did not. So are we seeing a triple stint out of the number 12 as well?
Wow.
I mean, I think these guys are nuts.
Absolutely. It's triple stint in tires. But maybe he only has to do that a couple times and he'll have fresh ones at the end of this race.
Very possible. Maybe they're trying to triple stint it to where they can take tires after they double stint another set. They'll be able to take tires the last 2 pit stops without question.
Absolutely. And just that quick, Jamie Walker is almost 3 seconds out in front of second place Steven Johnson.
Oh, look
but
at
Alex
this.
Harris
Look at this,
is running
Terry.
him down.
Look at this gaggle going on right here. A bunch of guys, fresh tires. Nowhere to go right now. Sorry to kind of talk over you there, but Chris Carroll, Mike Hamlin, Corey Rutherford in a hornet's nest right now. Here comes Rutherford. Oh, gets into the 99 of Carroll. Carroll going to lose a lot of time there. I'm going to see if I can't get a replay on that. So they go down into the corner. Yeah, Rutherford just kind of drifts up the track. Dave Seats really lucky there, barely getting by. Carroll not clipping the left rear of that 14.
Carroll actually showed his, or said his displeasurement to Rutherford about that. But everybody's going back forward again. Nobody's hurt. Everybody's going. but 99 Carroll is losing a ton of ground.
Yeah, that's going to hurt that car for sure. It's a little bit of left front damage again. The aerodynamics very important here at Charlotte in the Xfinity car. So Carroll probably just going to try and baby that set of tires as well. Remember, he was only a 10.3 second pit stop. So he's another driver trying to triple stint a set of tires. Everybody pretty spaced out right now, Terry. Alex Harris about 4.3 seconds off the back bumper of Jamie Walker right now. Steven Johnson about a second behind Harris. Right up on the back bumper of him. Close to it. That's Masson going in front of Johnson. My bad.
I'm watching the track. I'm watching everybody. That 99, I think he's got his car stuck in reverse.
Well, it's going to appear that way, but everybody who went by him right now has taken a set of tires. Steven Johnson is the only one still up inside the top 5 right now, but getting passed by Dave Seats and now Corey Rutherford looking to the inside. So Johnson is going backwards as well. Here comes Paulson. Paulson's going to go ahead and jump up and inside the top 5 right now. Getting around Johnson. Yeah, Johnson just going backwards. Same with Mark Arthur, Chris Carroll. Those guys who are trying to triple stint a set of tires. I don't know, Terry. I don't know what their strategy is or what they're thinking, but we're going to see if it plays out for them later in the race.
At about lap 106, 110, somewhere in there, we should see pit stops again. And I'm almost betting Steven Johnson, who else? Mark Arthur. Yeah, pretty much those are the only 2 guys that did not take tires.
Well, those drivers,
Chris Carroll.
Chris Carroll. So those 3 drivers, they'll be able to make up this time on the next set of pit stops because we know everybody else is going to have to double stint the next pit stop. They're going to be taking fuel only. I don't know. Interesting strategy call right now. We've seen a lot crazier things, that's for sure, but long race here,
True.
Charlotte. We haven't even hit the halfway mark yet.
Don't forget, at lap 120, we will have our TSP front runner award. Halfway award, I guess. Dalton Gilroy trying to work his way around teammate Derek Paulson.
That puts Dalton back up inside the top 5. You see Rutherford back here being scored 1 lap down. He's got 4 other drivers to get around right now before he can get that lap back the hard way. However, Jamie Walker going into 3 and 4 has a whole straightaway over that number 5 machine right now.
Yeah, right now, Kobe something in the 23 showing the first car. Wow.
A
lap
big hit.
down.
You were talking about him, Terry. That was Kobe Sutphin got into the outside wall right there. Pretty significant damage to the right side of that 23 car.
I didn't mean to do that.
Way to go, Terry. Broadcaster's curse. Just cursing everybody.
Absolutely.
Something I haven't checked on is the chat tonight.
Oh, you're checking that. Jamie Walker still, he is gapping Alex Harris by almost 6 seconds now. But Mike Hamlin trying to run down Alex Harris, only a little over a second behind Harris.
Now, Walker can kind of breathe, right? I mean, like you just said, 6-second lead. I mean, he has plenty of time. He can just kind of ride around right now, but it looks like he's trying to just put more distance between him and second place. Walker trying to bounce his way back up the point standings, having some issues earlier on in the season.
Yeah, I'm with you. Kind of cruise right now in that 88. Make Harris and Hamlin and them guys burn that stuff up.
I mean, Walker's got something figured out because he just gained almost half a second on Harris in one corner, it looked like. So I don't know if Harris might have had a little bobble there or what, but Jamie Walker's still just pulling away right now. That being said, though, Hamlin right on the back bumper of Harris.
Yeah, I was about ready to say the same thing. Hamlin actually running down to 74 in his 28. Getting around lap traffic with Fred Thompson right now, or at least trying to.
Hamlin running a little bit different of a line compared to the 74. Gets a great run through the center of the corner here. Going to take a peek to the inside through the quad oval. Side by side. You owe me a Coke.
Probably need something worse than that big old cookie you're eating.
Hey, don't judge my cookie right now. Thing's awesome.
Mike Hamlin did work his way around the 74 of Alex Harris. Puts him in second place.
Yeah, Mike Hamlin's having a really good run here tonight. And, you know, I don't want to say he needs it, but, you know, great points night is always good for that number 28. We've talked to him a couple of times. He's got a couple of top 3 finishes, but hasn't been able to lock home a win yet. So Mike Hamlin's still hunting for that first win here in Blazing Pedals.
His teammate Dave Seats sitting back in 5th. He's actually got a win this season. Dave, I seen him earlier, man. He was like a lap down there in 20th, 24th, somewhere in there earlier. But now he's up to 5th place right now.
So Mike Hamlin, Terry, coming into tonight, he was actually 11th in points. And Ty Morosko's actually not here this evening. Ty was ahead of Hamlin, so if Hamlin can put together a good finish here tonight, easily going to be back up inside the top 10 in points for him.
Yeah, definitely going to be a bad night for Ty Morosko.
Well, that's his own fault.
Well, we miss you, Ty.
Lap 100 of 240. Most of these drivers last pit between lap 76 and lap 85.
Jamie Walker still leading this race, still putting distance between him and that second place car. Either was Mike Hamlin now, but it was Alex Harris earlier.
Right now, Terry, it looks like biggest mover so far is this number 55 of Paul Ellison. It's up 16 spots since the start of this race. Well, him and Alex Harris, actually. Sorry about that, Alex. Alex running 3rd. He's also up 16 spots since the start of this race.
Alex doing a wonderful job out there in that 74, that's for sure.
Paul Kilrow looking to the inside here, trying to take over 3rd spot. Remember, Dalton started on the pole here this evening. Starting to get dark out there too, Terry. Lights should be coming on here shortly if they're not already.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see the speed start going up probably even more. I mean, I don't believe there's no sun on the track whatsoever now, so that thing is starting to cool off.
Track's going to get a little bit more grip into it. Engines are going to be able to run a little bit better with the cooler temperatures. However, cars are going to get a little tighter in the cooler temperatures. So you will be able to go just a tick faster, but not too much.
Well, Sam, the temperature actually has dropped 4 degrees from practice to now. There was a 78 degrees. The track temp at practice was 103. We're sitting at 83 degrees right now, so that thing has dropped a bunch.
So Alex Harris brings it down pit side. So green flag pit stops are starting once again here at Charlotte. But I wanted to point out something, Terry. Remember, we were talking earlier about how abrasive this track is on tires. Jamie Walker, race leader right now, has a 7-second lead over Mike Hamlin. His best time was a 30.44. His last time by, a 32.25. So they're falling off almost 2 seconds or more here on a long run at Charlotte.
Yeah, but and you know what? He just keeps pulling away from that second place car, no matter who's there.
Last time by, actually, Mike Hamlin had about a 10th on Jamie Walker, just a 10th quicker. So, like I said, that 28, he has something figured out here tonight at Charlotte. Have to see if he can bring home his first win. Looks like Walker's going to follow Steven Johnson down pit road here. So, Jamie Walker bringing it down pit side. I think if I'm not mistaken and my math is correct, yep, Mike Hamlin going to keep it out on the racetrack. Brings Dalton Kilroy with him.
So I think Hamlin, Kilroy can go up to 110, 112, somewhere in there.
They might be able to go another 2 laps, honestly. Dalton might be able to go another 3 to 4. I think Mike can only go about maybe 2 to 3.
I didn't look at my bike focals instead of the top part.
Gonna be close. There's a few drivers out there that can still make something happen. I mean, remember Mark Arthur last pit on lap number 82, so he still can go about another 10 or so laps after these leaders pit, roughly. More like 5, but still. And the key thing that we got to point out with Mark Arthur is that he was one of those drivers to triple stint a set of tires. So he'll be on freshies after this set of pit stops. And it looks like most people are hitting pit road. They're taking fuel only under this set of green flag conditions here.
Sam, I just noticed Jamie Walker took tires on this last pit stop when he just came down.
So he might have a different strategy than we're thinking there. He might come down, take tires a couple of times, and then try and double stint the last set. I mean, everybody's on varying strategies right now. It's hard for us to really keep up with it. Like I said, if anybody from SDK is watching, just a little check mark or how many pit stops they took tires, something would be cool for our standings here. Mike Hamlin still in the race lead. Dalton Kilroy, though, only 0.2 of a second behind the 28. Mike Hamlin pit on lap 79. Dalton on lap 80.
It looks like Dalton's actually running down Hamlin. Yep, he is running down Hamlin quickly now.
Gonna look to the outside.
Oh, actually, Hamlin is actually coming down the pits. He told Dalton to go on around.
So there you go. 28's going to be bringing it down pit side this time. Brian Dees, Samuel Lawson, Philip Van Vliet, Lone Dutchman, they're on pit road right now. The Dutchman, man, Lone Dutchman, Philip Van Vliet, he's having a good run. He came into the pits there in 7th position.
And Van Vliet does not have a time limit tonight, Sam. He does not have to go to work, so he will not have to take that thing to the hauler early tonight.
Maybe we can see that number 89 in victory lane tonight then.
If he gets there, he deserves it so much, man. I mean, all the time we've seen him up front, then just basically have to get out of the race.
On a good strategy right now. Just hit pit road. Looks like it was a fuel-only stop for the 89, so he's on the strategy we're thinking of. All this pit stops going on, ladies and gentlemen, handed the lead over to this 81 car of Dustin Ping. Ping last pit on lap 81.
But coming up behind him is the 24 and the 73, which, I mean, they're lap cars. But they are kind of trying to run it down. Oh, and Dustin Ping in 81 is pitting.
Now the question is, when does Mark Arthur bring it down pit side? Slow on the backstretch here, letting Larry Bell go by. Is he going to try to run another lap here? Jamie Walker would be the race leader. Now he is. He just got around Ping. Ping's on pit road, and Mark keeps it out on the racetrack. Remember, Arthur came down last on lap 82.
I have not heard Mark holler out his pit. He's been doing it tonight. So
he's got Jason Bauer right behind him.
Here comes Chris Carroll.
Chris Carroll pit on lap 101. Fresh tires all over the back bumper of Arthur.
Mark Arthur knowing that Chris Carroll's got fresh tires, just going to let him go.
But Mark stays out once again. Walker almost 9 seconds ahead of Mark right now. He's going to let Bauer go by. I think he's going to be coming down this time, Terry.
Yeah, he should be taking tires this time by too.
Well, I tell you what, you go ahead and keep an eye on him.
I will.
Let's go see where the leader's at. He's trying to work his way around some lap traffic here, or the vice versa. Steven Johnson and Dustin Ping trying to get their laps back from Jamie Walker. Brad Collins sliding down to the inside groove. Walker had to think twice about where he wanted to go. Jump back up to the top lane, makes his way around to 22. Currently, ladies and gentlemen, 13 cars on the lead lap, about to be 12 once Jamie passes Mark here in the pits.
See the right side of that 12 car go up, so Mark is finally getting a set of tires underneath that 12 car.
So remember, ladies and gentlemen, Walker right now, it's showing he has a 14.7.8 second lead over Dalton Kilrow, but Walker also did take tires last stop. Dalton did not. If you want a comparison on lap times, Walker last time by 31.4 to Dalton's 32.2, so almost a full second faster than Dalton right now.
It's like Jamie Walker's just about ready to run Steven Johnson down again, put him a lap down. We've seen Steven Johnson running some laps in the front earlier. I guess it just shows what new tires will do.
15.8 second lead, now 16 second lead for Jamie Walker. He's gonna keep gaining time, ladies and gentlemen, but remember, he's also gonna have to double stint a set of tires unless he plans on doing it the last run. Maybe just trying to get that track position, doing a good job of it right now. Mike Hamlin trying to run Dalton Kilrow back down. Hamlin is behind Kilrow about 1.6 seconds and closing. A little bit quicker than Dalton last time by. Hamlin does have Harris right behind him. Harris is about 0.4 of a second off of Hamlin.
Now we've seen Harris be good coming into the corners, but didn't really have a front end speed there on the straightaways, but that's where Hamlin's working him. Hamlin's being pretty good in his corners.
I was gonna say, I've been watching Hamlin. He's really arcing these corners, getting a really good run through the center of the corner, able to get the power down and get a good run off the corner as well, starting to pull away from that 74 machine now. As I've been watching Harris try and catch up to him, looks like Harris is entering just a little bit lower than Hamlin is, and that could be hurting that right front just a little bit more compared to what Hamlin's doing.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we got them spread out all over the track. I'm going through everything right now to try to find us a race to look at. Actually,
Jamie Walker, Terry, just crossed for lap 121. Jamie Walker's going to take home True Sim Productions halfway award tonight.
Good job, Jamie.
Only 3 cautions thus far. Everybody pretty much last pit around lap 100 to 115. We're on lap 121 of 240, ladies and gentlemen. Getting close to that 100 lap to go mark. We're going to take another commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
All right, and a cat holder too. I love that commercial. While we was away, we're sorry we didn't do a side-by-side. We just watched Jamie Walker work through, I don't know, Sam, what, 6, 7, 8 cars?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean, he was really being patient. He's on fresher tires than most of these guys, and it was just a slew of cars. You see him back there still fighting it out. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Casey Campbell, Brian Dees. Sam Lawson in there as well, and Kyle Wellman. They're all trying to, Jamie just had to work his way around all these guys, and like I was telling Terry, he was doing it real methodically. He really took his time. Them fresh tires, it was really easy for him. Still pulling on Dalton Kilroy, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. 19.2 seconds over second place. But I gotta keep stressing it. Walker took tires last pit stop, whereas everybody else really didn't.
So Jamie pits. He's already 19 seconds in front of Dalton. Fuel only most likely. he ain't gonna be sitting bad when he comes back out.
Well, Jamie Walker, last pit on lap 105. We're on lap 132 now. I'd say next 1 or 2 laps there, we're going to be seeing this 88 come down pit road.
Yeah, I was just looking over my my notes, and yep, I'm with you on this.
So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Sunday night for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We just hit our 1-year anniversary back on August 1st. So big shout out to all you fans who have made that possible for us for hitting a 350 subscriber milestone. We're still shooting for 500, so be sure to share out the broadcast to all your friends.
We just seen Jamie work around a couple lap cars, one of Fred Thompson, and who's the other one? Bauer? No.
Not sure. It looked like that was Mike Massengill.
That's what it was, yeah, Mike Massengill.
Harris is on pit road, Terry. He was one of the first drivers on pit road last time. Gonna have to see what that 74 does here. If he takes tires or if it's gonna be a fuel-only stop. 10 seconds. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop for Alex Harris.
Yeah, I was just looking at Dalton's numbers and Jamie's. Dalton's got, what, 6 laps better tires at the moment. No, he doesn't have tires. Excuse me. He stopped at 111 for fuel only. My bad.
So he's probably going to be taking tires this time, but going to be able to go a few laps longer here than Jamie. Did Jamie start saving fuel somewhere? Because he's been out there for a solid 30 laps. Might be trying to run that thing super dry, or is he going to be bringing it down this time? Here he comes. Are you going to fall out of me yet again, Jamie? I see how it is. Brings it down pit side. Coming from the lead here with a 20-second lead over Kilrow.
I mean, he could take a set of tires right here. He's going to have to double stint it, though, definitely.
I'm keeping an eye on him, Terry. I want to see what he's going to do here. It's going to be fuel only stop for the 88. So playing a little bit different strategy than everybody else here, Terry. Took 2 sets of tires. Now double sitting here on the 3rd round. Or I'm sorry, I believe it's the 4th round of pit stops. I lost count, honestly.
Oh, yeah, 4th.
So that gives the race lead over to Dalton Kilrow, lap 137 of 240. Mike Hamlin, 1.8 seconds back off 41. Pretty good shot of him there heading out of turn number 2.
Just noticed that Corey Sherman actually made his way back up to the top 5.
Sherman last pit on lap 108, fuel only stop for the number 3. Derek Paulson brings his number 6 machine down pit road from 3rd.
Dave Seats in the 14 bringing his down.
Green flag pit stops happening once again here, ladies and gentlemen. Just shy of 100 laps to go. I think this 41's saving fuel. What do you think? Go on board with them? Want to put $5 on it?
No.
Yep. Could have called that one. Captain Save Fuel doing what he does best. Trying a fuel strategy here, Terry.
Wow. Yeah, he's letting off early, too.
Yeah, not sure. I was talking to a couple of drivers before the race, and one of them was saying, you know, I don't think it's going to work tonight. They're pretty strongly opinionated on that it was just not going to work tonight. They tried it in practice a couple of times on runs, and the math just didn't add up.
Corey Sherman taking 4 fresh tires on that number 3 Savage Edge.
Let's go back and take a look at Mark Arthur. Remember, he is a driver who triple stinted a set of tires. He's on a fresh set now, running in 7th. But what's he going to do here on the next set of pit stops? Is he going to be able to take tires again, or is he going to have to space them out? Still got 3 sets in there. We know that for the 12.
I was just looking at the 89 of Van Fleet. Oh, he's coming down now, but he did not take tires last round, so I'm going to watch what he does.
So we know Dalton's saving fuel. I don't think Hamlin is. Let's go on board here with Mike. We'll listen when we go into turn 1. What's he doing here in the number 28? He lets Alex Harris go by, but that number 28 is saving fuel as well.
Wow.
So maybe they're thinking they can do it on 2 more stops. Maybe they're going to do at least 3 more stops. There ain't no way.
Yeah, there's at least 3 more. Van Fleet did take tires in that 89.
I don't know. We get a caution. I want to talk to maybe. Here comes Mike Hamlin down pit road. He's saving fuel down into the pits, Terry.
Or maybe he's just that close.
He could have been that close. Maybe he's just trying to run it as long as he could. It's a good possibility.
Dalton Kilrow called out his pit right now. He's coming in.
So he was able to go 1 lap longer than Hamlin. So we got to keep that in mind for later in the race.
Well, we did see him basically shut the car. Well, I don't think he shut it off, but he was clutching it. So, yeah, he was able to save a little bit more. That should hand the race lead back over to Jamie Walker.
With Mark Arthur 13.5 seconds behind him. So I see Tanner's out in chat there. He says fuel mileage racing, blah. Like I said, Tanner, I was talking to a couple people before the race. They don't think it's going to work tonight. They don't think this saving fuel thing's going to work tonight. So I don't know. Kind of got to take the word on it. They know what they're doing when it comes to fuel. So
Dalton Kilrow with tires on that 41.
a lot of drivers took tires last time. Steven Johnson pit on lap 133. Was a fuel only stop for the number 2. He's currently back in 6th.
Go ahead. If this keeps going the way it's going, I'm just looking at Jamie Walker, just thinking about what he's done. I think Jamie Walker's got a heck of a strategy going right now. Mark Arthur just called out his pit.
Yeah, remember, Mark last pit on lap 114. He's been able to go longer than anybody else. Not only that, triple stinted a set of tires and has been able to stay on the lead lap while doing it for the most part. So an interesting strategy out of the number 12. Alex Harris right now, he did take fresh tires back on lap 132. Currently running second, 17 seconds behind Jamie Walker right now, but running almost a second faster.
Yeah, he's definitely running, almost 17 seconds. He is a little faster than Jamie right now. By a lot.
That's about a little under a second, I'd say. Close to. About 0.8 of a second a lap. Harris is catching Walker. So the lead's shrinking for Jamie, but could be a part of his whole plan here, Terry.
So Harris took tires at 132. Jamie did not at 135. I think, so the roles are going to have to reverse, I think, when Jamie comes back down.
Well, remember, Mark just pit on lap 145. He's blowing through these guys right now. Fresh tires on the number 12 machine. We're taking a look at the number 21, though. That's Brian Zimmerman, someone we really haven't said too much about tonight. currently up in the 3rd position right now, has Derek Paulson right behind him.
I think Zimmy actually got caught up into stuff earlier in the race, Sam, in that 21 car. Or maybe just got pushed back. I know he was back there in the back for a while. Now he's been able to get there from 3rd place.
So about 91 laps to go right now. Charlotte, always one of the longest races of the year. You really got to be on point all night long. And Terry, you know, it takes a lot out of you.
It absolutely does. You sit in that seat for, well, we've been here now, what, going on a couple hours, 3 hours almost.
We're sitting at 2 hours on the live stream right now. So in race, probably about an hour and a half.
Yeah, these guys had a practice, you know, from what, 6:30 to 7:30, then qualified.
Not to mention the practice that Corey Rutherford puts up before the race, 3 hours of practice.
Yeah, then who knows what they do during the week, you know?
Absolutely.
Dalton Kilroy trying to make his way around Zimmerman, trying to get his way back up toward the front. Maybe get a little, get back up there.
Well, Dalton is on a fresh set of tires right now. Should be pretty easy for him.
Like 64 of Rutherford trying to get a lap back the hard way, trying to get around the 3rd place Zimmerman.
Yeah, but
he's excuse me.
He's kind of got a long way to go to get up there right now. I mean, if we're
absolutely,
I mean, he's about, I don't know, it's showing 55 seconds off of our race leader right now, so in jeopardy of going another lap down, I imagine.
Jamie Walker still holding strong, over 14-second lead over 2nd place Alex Harris in that 74. Derek Paulson, I mean, we've seen him up front. He's only 5.5 seconds behind 2nd place right now. But Dalton Kilroy is running them all down in that 41 on them fresh tires.
Remember, Dalton pit. Paulson pit on lap 137. Dalton pit on lap 143, so he does have the fresher set of tires right now. Even in our top 3, better than Harris, better than Paulson, better than Walker. But man, he's got a heck of a gap to cut into Jamie Walker right now, and like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what this 88 does here when it's time to pit once again. Should be coming up actually pretty soon here. Around lap 165, Terry, we should see Jamie Walker at least start thinking about coming down pit road.
I mean, we got through these 3 cautions pretty good. I mean, these guys are clicking them off pretty quick now. I mean, they're running, 30-second laps, 32-second laps. So, yeah, we're going to get through this race pretty good. And, Sam, I just have to see John Perkins and Jason Bauer. They both, looks like they're putting their car inside the hauler.
Remember, John Perkins was involved in that one accident with the 71 on the restart. Chris Lagoose spun the tires, came up in front of John Perkins. So problems for the number 33, currently 33rd right now, Terry. So yeah, bad night for Perkins. Especially when he comes into the standings 15th in points right now.
Yeah, he needed to stay out here and maybe, let's see, he's 40 laps down right now. Next place is 36 laps down with Fred Thompson. I'm thinking Fred is actually still on track. Yeah, he sure is.
Don't see anybody in the infield care center either, so. Didn't know if maybe we could talk to old John, see what happened.
Sam, actually, I was just looking at the times here. Dalton Kilroy's last lap was a 31.53. Jamie Walker was a 32.43. So Dalton almost a second faster than Jamie Walker at the moment.
Well, last time I looked at the gap, Terry, it was about 19 seconds. Now it's dropped to 16. So Dalton has gained about 3 seconds on our race leader right now. And he's gaining every lap on Alex Harris, which is only about 2.2 seconds ahead of Dalton right now.
Yep, but if Dalton keeps running hard like he is, he's going to have to manage them tires. And that's one thing he told me pre-race was tires. Know when to use them or when to take them.
Currently showing me 15 cars on the lead lap. Philip Van Vliet being the last car on the lead lap, and then number 89. Last time Philip came down pit road was on lap 140. He took 4 tires and fuel. Mark Arthur, last pit on lap 145, also 4 tire stop and fuel. Gonna go to the outside of Chris Carroll here. Shot the gap between him and Amanda. Mark being scored in the 13th position right now. We're kind of going a reverse through the field here on the lead lap cars. Dustin Ping currently sitting in 12th. Steven Johnson was leading most of the race. Not sure if he had problems or if this is just part of his strategy. Back here in 11th. Did not take tires the last time he stopped on lap 133. Brian D's inside the top 10 here, actually running in 10th. Had that little mix up there with Mark Arthur and brought out the 1 caution, some front end damage to the number 17, just trying to bring home a good finish for him. Paul Ellison runs in 9th right now. Good run out of the number 55, up 15 spots since the start of this race. Right in front of him, you got Samuel Lawson, the governor, running in 7th now as Harris brings it down pit side. Corey Sherman right in front of him, last week's winner at Darlington. Dave Seats sitting inside the top 5. The number 14, his teammate Mike Hamlin runs 4th. And we have 2 MFRD cars in 3rd, which is Derek Paulson and Dalton Kilroy 2nd. And race leader right now, still about 13.5 seconds out on Dalton, is the 88, Jamie Walker.
Yeah, Dalton is definitely running Jamie down, but his speeds have dropped off a little bit.
Yeah, only about 4, maybe even only 0.3 quicker than Jamie last time by. He put a good dent into that lead, but I don't know, man. I think Jamie might have had a good strategy call here. He was able to get out there, get some distance on everybody, and he's been just kind of maintaining it ever since.
81 of Ping is actually trying to get that lap back, trying to earn it back by getting around the 88 of Walker right now. And he does so.
Okay, so I must have lied. I must have been clicked on the wrong person when I said that Phil Van Vliet was last car on the lead lap. Must have been Brian Dees because Dustin Ping is running 9th. Just got around Jamie Walker to get his lap back. That means Mark Arthur has to run down old Jamie Walker.
Jamie's spitting.
So it shouldn't be too hard, I guess, for the number 12 to run him down.
Well, Jamie's just getting you all over tonight.
Oh, man, I tell you what, he's making me look like a fool all night long. I have to tell him that when we interview him. Sorry, if we interview him.
Wow.
He's on a tear tonight, man. I tell you what, I think we might see a win. He's always good here at Charlotte.
The right side of that car is going up in the air. It's down, full of fuel.
Did not take tires the last time, Terry, so of course going to take tires this go around.
88's going to be super fast now. It's gotten dark. The track is way cooled off. Man, that thing's going to be fast.
So Mark Arthur actually just passed Jamie Walker. 4th position. Now Mark is ahead of Dalton, so that puts Mark back on the lead lap. Corey Sherman brings the number 3 machine down pit road. Lap 167, 74 laps to go. Now 73. We're winding down, Terry.
Yeah, like I said, man, we got the first 3 cautions out of the way, and these guys been just green, going at it, man. The 3-car Sherman, no tires, deal only.
We've gone about 100 and looks like about 128 laps under green flag conditions here at Charlotte thus far. See Dalton letting Chris Carroll go on by. Chris Carroll currently being scored 19th. 1 lap down. 2 laps down, sorry. Ryan D's bringing the 17 machine down pit road. Mike Hamlin up here running 2nd. Dalton got some lap traffic trying to get around him, get their laps back. Remember, Dalton last pit on lap 143. So here in about 3 laps, Dalton's been out there for about 30. Remember, Mark pit on lap 145, though, Terry, so he can go a couple laps longer than Dalton can.
Yeah, but yes, he can. I'm just looking at something with his tires. Where is he at with his tires? Yeah, he last pitted 145, took tires. So he's going to have to double stint this next set.
Taking a look at the number 24, Sam Lawson, Terry. He's currently running 3rd right now, last pit on lap 140, trying to work his way around Ellison and Zimmerman here. Ellison's actually working his way around Lawson. See Ellison, he's got them fresh tires, going to blow by Zimmerman.
Sam Lawson, governor, just now called his pit. I think I want to stay on and see what he does in that TSP 24.
Well, last time he did take 4 fresh tires, so he's either going to have to double stint here or he's going to take another set. If you let me know what he does, Terry, I'm going to go back up and watch the race leader, Dalton Kilrow. He's still trying to kind of get some breathing room here. Collins just got around him to get one of his laps back, but Dalton hasn't really... Collins hasn't really gotten away from Dalton. Dalton seems to be reeling him back in here. So
Sam Lawson, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so on lap 173, we are watching Dalton. So he's been out there for about 30 laps.
So the governor in his 24 car, he did take 4 fresh tires, Sam, so he's going to be fast. Maybe get his get a lap back. I believe he's down 1 now.
Yeah, but is he going to have to double stint a set still? That's the question.
Man, like I said, we talk about it every week. It'd be nice to know where these guys are sitting.
Only a couple more drivers who have yet to come down pit road under this cycle of green flag pit stops. That'd be Dalton Kilrow and Mark Arthur. Jamie Walker last pit on lap 165.
Dalton Kilrow in the 41 is coming down pit lane this time by Sam.
So what does Mark Arthur do then, Terry? We're going to have to watch the 41 and the 12's pit stop just to see what they do with tires. I'm genuinely curious.
Well, I don't see why Mark would take tires. He's got 30 laps on the ones he's on. But then again, Dalton Kilroe, didn't show what lap he pitted on last time.
143.
Okay. So he's got, what, 33 laps?
Looks like a fuel only stop for Kilroe.
Yes, it is.
So
That gave Mark
second. It gave him second. He's still trying to catch up to Jamie.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Jamie. Oh, wow.
Mark Arthur saving fuel, Terry.
Oh, wow.
Remember, last pit on lap 145, currently running in second. Trying to maybe make it only on 2 more stops, whereas others are probably going to have to do it in 3.
I mean, the only way we're going to find that out is we go through every car and look inside of it.
Here comes Mark Arthur down pit road. So what does the 12 do here, Terry? What's your bet? Tires or no tires?
No tires.
All right, I'll say tires then. Remember, he triple stinted.
Exactly. I think he's wanting to save a tire for the end of this thing.
Arthur down in his pit box, second stall. Right
There he
sides go
goes.
up. He made a fool out of you, Terry.
Yeah, it'll be the first time.
So back up to the front, Jamie Walker, your race leader, last pit on lap 165. Derek Paulson runs second, Alex Harris third, Dalton Kilroe fourth, and Dave Seats rounds out your top 5. Going to go to another commercial break. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Iracing, you wanted the best, you got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws. The most realistic online racing sim ever made.
This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
Back live here on True Sim Productions. Jamie Walker still your race leader. 19-second gap over Mike Hamlin running in second, but he's got a slew of lap cars in front of him here, just a couple of seconds. So Jamie Walker going to be coming up to some lap traffic here rather quickly. However, in the next 5 laps, probably going to be seeing him come down pit road again.
Yeah, he's going to have to come down again, like you just said, next 5 laps. But doing the math, Sam, he's going to have to stop at least maybe 2 more times just for fuel.
Yeah, and that's the real question is how many sets of tires does the 88 have? And how many sets does the 12 have of Mark Arthur? Remember, him and Dalton, we do have to keep an eye on just because of their strategy right now. They've been able to go longer than anybody else, as we see Paul Ellison and Alex Harris are actually bringing it down pit road right now.
Jamie Walker working his way underneath the 89 of Van Fleet.
Dalton Kilroe is running in 6th, but Terry, Jamie's coming. He's about to lap Dalton Kilroe's running in 5th position now, sorry.
I just seen Steven Johnson. He went down pit lane, Sam, so he's it's going to get around him, definitely. Yep, he just got him.
I'm just trying to run so many strategies through my head right now of what these guys are thinking and what they're planning on doing. I mean, Jamie Walker has a big enough lead. He can save fuel for the next few laps and not lose the race lead, obviously. So I don't know what his plan is here, Terry. Like I said, last pit on lap 165. He should be coming down pit road here shortly. Mike Hamlin last pit on 173, so he's not too far behind. I don't know. It's going to be close, man. These guys are running some weird strategies here tonight.
Yeah, this last, I thought, there comes Walker.
So I want to see what he does. Let's keep a camera on him. See if he takes 4 tires or if this might be a fuel-only stop for the 88.
Taking that 45-mile-an-hour drive all the way down this thing.
Oh, this actually might hand the, it does. It's going to hand the race lead over to Mike Hamlin. Fuel only, it looks like, for Walker, Terry. Yeah, fuel only.
I think that's a good call. I believe he has another set of tires in the pit for his next fuel run, after his next fuel run.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He has to stop one more time. Now, you got drivers like Mark Arthur, who we know have been saving fuel. Last pit on lap 177. You go 30 laps from there, you're almost to lap 200. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to run numbers through my head right now, and see Mike Hamlin's actually not too far off from Arthur.
Yeah, if Dalton goes, I'm just going on an average of 32. That's going to put Dalton at lap 207 whenever he comes down. You know, yeah, from 175.
And Mark went 2 laps longer than Dalton, so he's looking at almost lap 2. Man, they're going to be cutting that close.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're going to be cutting that close, but I think they're going to be able to do it on this one last pit stop. I really do.
Jamie Walker is not saving. I mean, just watching him, his speeds has not dropped one bit.
Well, Dave Seats brought it down pit side, and the number 14 having a good run out there. 43 laps to go. Sorry, Terry.
No, I'm pretty confident that Kilroe, Walker, Arthur, and probably Hamlin has a set of tires left.
We'll keep an eye on Hamlin here once he brings it down pit side. We know the 28 was saving a little bit of fuel as well. And a caution could throw everything out the window, though.
Absolutely.
And you never know. We've seen it happen before. We saw it happen last week at Darlington.
Yeah, and we see the 2 guys have 1 set left, and they fought right to the end.
Yeah, Sam Lawson, the governor. He's about 11.5 seconds off the back bumper of Hamlin right now, but running in second. Last pit on lap 171. I don't know if he's saving any fuel. Probably not. Did take 4 tires last pit stop as well.
Yeah, you know Sam's wanting Lawson to pit first, or Sam's wanting Hamlin to pit first so he can at least lead a lap.
It's like Alex Harris trying to work his way back up, get his lap back. Currently 1 lap down in 9th.
Harris got 3 lap cars in front of him to make him a lucky dog, even if he would happen to get a caution.
Yeah, currently scoring Steven Johnson, the first car, a lap down in 6th. And that just shows you what strategy really does here at Charlotte when you get these long green flag runs, man. So, we got 40 laps to go. Hamlin's trying to stretch it, I think, as much as he can to get to that 30 lap to go mark. We know Mark Arthur, Dalton Kilroe, they can pretty much make it to that lap 30 mark. I think they're going to be good. Sam Lawson brings the 24 down pit side. Lawson's going to be a little short here. 9 laps. We'll say what you say, Terry. As longest they could go is probably about 32 if they're pushing it.
That's what I was going with as a base at 32.
Yeah, so even with Lawson, I mean, 32 to 39, that's still a big gap for him. Probably going to have to take fuel again at some point here before the end of the race.
Yeah, that's going to put Lawson approximately Couple laps shy. About almost 5 laps shy.
About 5 or 6 laps shy, yeah. "38 laps to go." Mike Hamlin still leads with a 14.2 second lead over Dalton Kilrow. And I guarantee if I go on board here with Dalton, and I knew it, 100% saving fuel.
Yeah, Dalton needs to push it to that 130 mark.
Mark's still saving fuel as well, Terry, and he's running 4th right now.
Dalton Kilrow letting Zimmy go by in the 21 car.
Mike Hamlin, our race leader, is saving fuel coming down pit road. Let's keep a camera on him, Terry. I want to see what he does.
I think he's got the tires. I believe him. Like I said, him, Walker, Arthur, Kilrow.
The thing is, Terry, if he's going to want to make it the rest of the way without stopping, I think Hamlin's even going to have to save probably about 2, 3, maybe even 4 laps here. Going to be difficult.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to do.
Of course, Dalton Kilrow keeps it out on the racing surface. Now your race leader. Looks like right side's going up for the 28 maybe. I didn't catch it. Yes, they did.
It did.
The tires for Mike Hamlin. Well, that leaves 2 drivers who have yet to pit, Terry, and they're both 1st and 3rd.
And we know Mark. Well, we know Mark's gonna be able to go just a couple laps further, but he's saving too, right?
Yeah, the top 3 were there. I don't know what Jamie Walker's doing, but we're gonna go 4 wide here, back here with Walker. No, Sam Lawson thinks better of it. I think Walker might be saving fuel. I'm gonna ride on board here with him. See what we got with 35 to go. Jamie's going for it.
Maybe Jamie has
he knows
caution.
He has to pit. I think that's what it is. He knows he's kind of in the position where he's going to have to pit one more time. Everybody has to pit at least one more time. But the question is, when do you do it? Remember, Walker came down on lap 194. He's still running 2nd, so he could pit potentially with Dalton, with Mark, and still get a top 3 finish out of this thing.
So from lap 194 with 32 laps, he has to pit within the next 20 laps.
Oh, he only has to make it about 3 or 4 more laps here to be able to go the rest of the way. Just made his way around Dalton Kilrow, too, for the race lead. So, I don't know, man. If you're Dalton Kilrow and Mark, you know Jamie's going to be able to make it now. What do you do?
Dalton Kilrow coming down the pit. So he knows he can make it now.
I think that's what it was. Let Jamie get by you, come down, take your pit stop, get them tires. Because you know Jamie's going to have to pit. Mark's still saving.
Kilrow only pitted, what, 33 laps ago, so
yeah, and
he saved a little bit of fuel.
Here comes Mark. They know they can go the rest of the way, take them tires and go.
I'm on Kilrow if you want Arthur.
I'm curious of what Jamie does here. I'm going to keep a camera on Jamie. 31 laps to go. If he was smart from the lead right here, he'd pit.
Kilrow tires.
Mark Arthur just hit his pit box. Right side's going on for Arthur.
So, what's Jamie Walker got left?
He's got to come down now, I'd say, would be his best bet. 30 laps to go. You know you can 100% make it from here. Everybody's been able to go at the very least 30 laps. So we're going to see what he does here. He's got Carroll right behind him. Chris Carroll scored in 10th, 1 lap down.
And right now, Walker is 11 seconds in front of Steven Johnson. that pitted at 194. Johnson's going to have to come back down regardless, too.
Mike Hamlin's going to be cutting it close. We know that. Dave Seats might also be cutting it close. Last pit on lap 196. So I think Seats is going to have to stop again.
So we know Walker, Arthur, Kilroe, they all three can make it. Well,
Walker, once he pits, can make it.
yeah.
Now, he's only 10 seconds ahead of Steven Johnson, 12 seconds now. Johnson brings it down pit side. Hamlin is about 16.3 back off of Walker right now. I don't know.
Walker needs to be bringing it down.
I think Mark and Dalton did the right move with it being as long of a green flag run as it has. They saw they can go about 30, 32 laps. They know they can make that distance. They came down, got their tires. So right now, they're doing nothing but gaining on Jamie Walker. And that's why I think staying out right now is really hurting this 88 car.
I mean, Walker's only got 20 laps in right now from his last pit stop.
And
he's still got at least 10 laps. Hamlin's coming down.
There's no way he can save either. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Well, Hamlin's going to bring it down pit side. Mark goes around him. I don't know, Terry. This thing's gonna go all the way to the end with this strategy.
Alex, here comes Jamie.
So what does the 88 do?
If I got tires, I'm taking them. I'm filling that thing up with gas and getting back out here is what I'm going to do.
Well, I'm going to keep a camera on him right now. Alex Harris is running him down 10 seconds now. So it's going to hand the lead over to the 74 of Harris. However, Harris is going to have to stop one more time. Last pit on lap 190. Right sides go up for Jamie Walker. We want to keep an eye on Mark Arthur and Dalton Kilroe right now. Mark Arthur trying to get his way around some lap traffic. Dalton Kilroe heading into turn 1. Looks like Dalton was able to get around Jamie. Does Mark have enough to get around Jamie? It's going to be close, but I think Jamie's going to at least stay ahead of Mark.
With fresher tires.
Correct. However...
Oh, Jamie!
What a save, what a save. Oh, what a save by Jamie Walker. However, going to lose a lot of time here. So can Dalton make it the rest of the way? That's the question. I think he can. Last pit on lap 209. It's close, but I think he'll be all right. He's about 10 seconds ahead of Walker, 11 over Mark Arthur. We got 23 laps to go. Harris and Lawson have to pit one more time.
Oh, definitely.
Same with Dustin Ping. They all have to pit at least one more time.
So right now, Walker probably sitting the best out of everybody.
Well, Harris just came down pit road, so hey, that gives Sam Lawson the lead in 5 bonus points. Oh, wreck Kyle Wellman! Kyle Wellman, and it looked like that just saved Sam Lawson, number 1, but Wellman, and it looked like Dave Seats just got into it, going into 1 and 2, right in front of our race leader. Caution flag on the speedway with 22 laps to go.
Well, so fuel out the window now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter now. Maybe Sam Lawson has a set of tires. I don't know. But he's going to have to pit. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. There's a, yeah, I mean, That's tough to tell right there. Let's get another angle on it. Looks like Seats might clip the grass a little bit. Just kind of comes up on Wellman.
That's what I kind of seen too. Looks like Seats may have got the grass a little bit.
I mean, there is a little bit of the plagued word of netcode there, but I mean, Seats comes up pretty far. It looked like he might have just clipped the grass a little bit, trying to regain control of that race car. Unfortunately, him and Wellman involved with this one. Wow, here comes Sam Lawson down pit road. It's going to leave Dalton Kira. That's not what Dalton wanted to see. Not with the lead he had over Walker and Arthur. Definitely not what he wanted to see. You know, Walker has the freshest set of tires right now, unless people like Sam Lawson and Dustin Payne can make something happen. All the way up to 11th place is lap too, so it's not that many people these two drivers would have to get around.
All right, Dave Seats, driver number 14, is getting the penalty for that. He has to go to the end of the line.
Having a good run in the 14 too, man. Just
he was
a little mistake, bobbled, come up the track just a little bit. 42 just happened to be there, so it's the way it happens. 20 laps to go, under caution right now.
So we know out of the top, what, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That Jamie Walker's got the best tires. Mike Hamlin, unless he comes down now and has a set left, he'll be good to go with tires.
I don't know. He might not. I think if he did, he would have pit there with Lawson and Peng there. Lawson did not have tires though, Terry, so not good there for Lawson.
No. Harris took a set at 218, so he's good.
Paulson took a set at 13. Yeah, 213. So
wow.
I think, yeah, there's some varying strategies up here, but it's going to be a good race because Dalton Kura, Jamie Walker, Mark Arthur, Steven Johnson, all these guys here, they're going to be close. They all had a set of tires. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here with 19 laps to go. I don't know, man. Tell you what, let's do this. Got a Steven Johnson. Let's bring old Steven Johnson up real quick. I know I got him on camera here too. Let me bring him up.
There we go.
I want to know his thoughts right now. Let's see here. Steven Johnson, driver of the number 2, Sam and Terry in the booth. You got us?
How's it going?
Oh man, this race just got a heck of a lot more interesting. And I tell you what, the top 4 there look to be pretty close, and you're in that mix. What's the strategy here with probably about 17 laps to go?
Yeah, so Killer managed to cut out a pit stop, which kind of threw a problem in there. So I pitted to cover him, and then the caution came out. So figured, but looks like Alex Harris and Jim Walker on the freshest tires, but we're just gonna do our best and try to see what we can come up with.
All right, Steven, number 2's look good all night. Hope we get to talk to you later.
All right, good luck.
That was Steven Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Got him on in-car. You heard him, Terry. I mean, I rightfully so, a little worried right now. I mean, you got a few laps on your tires compared to everybody else. It's gonna be interesting.
You definitely heard it in his voice, and I was watching the video myself, and he's looking over and seeing where everybody's at on the results tab in your iRacing, and you know he's checking stuff out. That's for sure.
Well, we know the old dreaded saying, cautions breed cautions. 18 laps to go. You want to win really bad in this series. It's very challenging to get a win in Blazing Pedals. Top 4 have really good chance of making that happen. Steven Johnson has pretty much, well, everybody in the top 4 has a win, but there's 2 drivers back there in row 3. Sam Lawson, Mike Hamlin, looking for that first win. Anything could happen. We're going to find out here.
Yeah, Kilroy's got 2 wins. Walker 3. Arthur, I think 3. Johnson, what, 2? 1 or 2, I believe. Looks like 1.
Pace car pulls down pit road. Field's going to be in the hands of Dalton Kilroy in the restart zone. Jamie's going to have to be on point for this one. Green flag back out in the air. Watch that wheel spin. Not a good launch for Walker. Johnson going to slide up in front of him. And here comes Mike Hamlin to the inside.
I think Walker being back there where he's at, I think it's a good spot for him.
What a move by Hamlin. Slides up in front of Walker to take away that 3rd position. Hamlin on a little bit older tires right now. Running with these guys on fresher stuff. Good job by the 28.
So we know Kilroy and Arthur are on the oldest set of tires right now. But we know Dalton's got to race this thing. He wants to win it.
Walker goes back to the inside of Hamlin, takes back 3rd spot. Here comes Harris down the back straightaway. Trying to follow Walker into 3 and 4 to take away a 4th position. Hamlin trying to keep the momentum up top. Dustin Ping back there on a fresh set of tires, trying to make moves now up to 6th.
Man, oh man, 28 and 88. Wow, they are touching.
Every point's going to matter. Hamlin's going to race him tough here with 15 to go. You have to at this point. Here comes Dustin Ping. While all this is going on, Steven Johnson trying to run down Dalton Kilroy.
Dustin Ping with the freshest tires of everybody.
Johnson all over the back bumper of Dalton Kilroy through the center of 1 and 2. Here comes Walker. And here comes the 2 drivers with the freshest tires, Harris and Ping. Pro blanket over the top 5. Ping tries to look to the inside of Harris. Harris goes down to the bottom, tries to go to the inside of Walker. Bobbles a little bit. Walker keeps the momentum on the high side. Now looking for 2nd down the back. Oh, almost a little bit of contact there through the center of 3 and 4. Here comes Walker looking for the race lead on Kilroy. Nowhere to go right now. Couldn't make the move to the bottom. Look at this. Here comes Ping and Harris now 2 and 1 and 2.
Making it 3 wide.
3 wide for the race lead coming off of turn 2. Dalton Kilroy stuck in the middle going down the backstretch. Ping doesn't know which way to go. Oh! Steven Johnson almost contact with Kilroy. Walker back to the race lead, coming to 11 to go.
But here comes Ping with them fresher tires.
3 wide once again, this time for 2nd. Ping to the top side of the racetrack. Johnson trying to hold on down on the bottom. Dalton Kilroy in the middle.
Walker's loving this. Some guys back here racing it out like that. Oh, we got some caution, Sam.
Caution flag back out on the speedway. Oh, boy.
Looks like Philip Van Fleet, Colby Suffolk, Corey Rutherford, Kyle Wellman.
Let's go back and see what happened. So there's a little bit of contact here. This is Simi and Corey Sherman. That was, I don't know if that had something to do with that here, but Simi kind of comes up. Really isn't all that clear of Sherman. Sherman could have left him a break, but then Dees gets into Sherman. Sherman does a good job catching that, but that is not what brought out our caution. Oh, Sutphin gets all over the back bumper of Rutherford and sends him around.
Now, a little history right here, Sam. Those 2 guys was going at it earlier, and they actually had choice words for each other.
So maybe a little bit of just driver frustrations getting the better of them here tonight, because that not only hurt Corey, but it did hurt Kobe as well. I don't know if I can back it up a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, he just kind of goes in there and runs him over, Terry. I mean, we backed it up a little bit further just to see. I mean, he came with a heck of a run. And I mean, clearly nowhere to go with Brian Zimmerman on the bottom. Right here, he's about 2-3 car lengths back and just sends it into the corner and just runs Rutherford over.
Well, he blew Corey Rutherford just, oh my God. Sam, they are going at it hard right now in comms.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Terry ain't kidding. There's some choice words being said over the radios right now. Corey Rutherford obviously not happy with the 23 of Kobe Sutphin. We'll see if we can't get a word with Corey Rutherford or Kobe if they're in the infield care center here before we go back green flag racing. Obviously probably a little hot though, so be understanding if they don't want to come in here, you know.
And I did hear Corey say his motor was blown. And Sam, you know, just well as I do, a blown motor here. It's 30 minutes, and we ain't got but 7 laps left, so yeah, he's not coming back out.
Night done, unfortunately, for the 5 of Corey Rutherford.
But, you know, I'd love for Corey to jump in there, or Kobe. I mean, if they're irritable, I mean, that's what we want to hear. We want to hear it.
I tell you who this helped out, man. Dustin Ping.
Oh, absolutely.
Him and Harris have come flying up through these guys. Both of them going to start on the outside. Really no disadvantage there aside from Walker gets to start the race, right? But them two on fresher tires, I don't know. I think Ping's got one here tonight.
Well, I'm just looking. How did Kilroy get shuffled all the way back to 10th place?
That's a good question. Maybe he pit on lap 231, fresh tires for Dalton Kilroy. Did he have a set lay-in, Terry? Because remember, he pit on lap 209 with Arthur, or around there, and now Dalton Kilroy he's gonna try something here. Have to keep an eye on his 41 on this restart. 7 laps. Sitting in 10th, like you said, that's a challenge.
Well, we heard Steven Johnson say that Kilroy cut a pit stop out.
Still anybody's race.
Yeah, Chris Carroll's back here too now with Dalton. He, he's ain't too fresh at 215, so man, oh wow, this is gonna be a good race.
Jamie Walker looking for another one. Ping looking for another one. Same with Johnson. Harris looking for his first win. Same with Hamlin back there. Lawson also back there looking for his first win. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Who is your money on coming back to 6 laps to go? Field in the hands of Jamie Walker. Green flag back out in the air. Watch for the wheel spin.
Something Jamie needed was a big jump on Peng, but he's bringing Johnson with him. Johnson last pit at 212 with fresh tires. Walker 215, fresh tires. Dustin Peng 220.
Here comes Johnson to the outside of Jamie Walker. Peng does have the freshest tires. He's going to have to find a way around these guys. Coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be 5 to go. Does Peng push the issue and force it 3 wide? Side by side right now for the race lead going into turns 1 and 2. It's Walker on the bottom, Steven Johnson up top. Peng running right behind Walker, trying to get a good run, makes it 3 wide down the back. Thinks twice about it, slots back up and behind Steven Johnson. He's waiting for that move, Terry. He's just waiting for it.
You know, beat that steering wheel. It's like, come on, man, give me a room. I gotta get through here.
Well, they single file out. Here comes Peng to the inside of Johnson. Johnson gonna kind of run him down to the inside of the track, try and take his momentum away. Not gonna be able to put up too much of a fight here. Peng got the apron right there. Gonna lose momentum.
Yeah, Peng hits the apron, went up, almost collected Johnson with that.
4 laps to go, coming to 3. Here comes Dalton Kilrow around the outside of Harris. It's gonna get interesting here.
Did Kilrow make the right call of saving a set of tires?
Peng goes to the high side, trying to get a good run down the back. Here comes Dalton, though, with them fresher tires. Johnson got the apron a little bit there. Dalton goes to the high side, takes 3rd. Now looking to get 2nd from Johnson. 2 laps to go for Walker. Dalton might be able to pull it off. It's going to be close.
He better hurry up. We got 1 lap to go once they cross this finish line again. Start-finish line.
He's got to clear Johnson here in 3 and 4 to be able to try and run down Jamie. He's got him clear.
Can Jamie make his car wide so Kilrow cannot get around him?
It's going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. White flag in the air presented by Priority Auto. One more time around the speedway. Jamie Walker trying to hold off Dalton Kilrow, who took a strategy, took tires late race here. Side by side down the back straightaway. Dalton with a run, goes to the inside of Walker. Gonna slide up in front of him. I don't think Jamie was gonna put up too much of a fight there. Out of turn number 4, Dalton Kilrow, late race strategy, is gonna take it home here in Charlotte.
Awesome run. Steven Johnson's 3rd place. Jamie Walker 2nd. Dustin Peng 4th. Alex Harris 5th. That's our top 5. And we'll get all 3, our top 3 here. We'll get to talk to them in a little bit.
What a race. It was a long one, but absolutely. Man, what a race.
Dalton Kilrow last week, 2nd place up for Corey Sherman. Said that he had the car to probably boot Sherman out of the way. Didn't do it this week. Saved a set of tires toward the end. Was able to capitalize on it, come all the way back from 10th and win this race with just, 4 laps to go. So awesome run out of that 41 car tonight.
Went from 10th to 1st in a matter of 6 laps on them fresh tires. That's how much the difference is right there, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about it all night long. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Dalton finished up his burnout there, and I think Terry is caught up with our third place finisher, Steven Johnson.
Steven Johnson, got Sam and Terry in the booth. Got us?
Yes, sir.
Well, we got to talk to you there for a couple minutes a little bit ago. We heard the, I don't know what you want, anxiety in your voice a little bit. You're just looking over to the left, looking at everybody where there was out on track and tires and all that good stuff. But, man, you pulled off a third-place win in that number 2 Lowe's car. Let's walk us through it a little bit.
Hey, it's just fun to be able to finish a race one of these days. It's, I mean, as you know, it's been super busy here at the house. I was bummed about Darlington because I thought that was going to be a really good finish, and then it all went nuclear at home. So we just got to do what we got to do. But, yeah, I mean, Kilroy just cut a stop out that I wasn't expecting. But looking at it in hindsight, I'm like, if you just save 2 laps every fuel run, you'll be able to do it. Of course, when you realize that with 30 laps to go, it's a little too late in the game. So tried to cover him. I was going to try to run him down as best I could. Then the caution came, just threw everything out there. I knew that Jamie and Dalton I knew Jamie had better tires than me, so I was just going to try to make it interesting and see if I can make something happen on the outside. Eventually, just his better tires prevailed. And then Dalton taking those tires super late. I thought he was going to get to about second, but that was a pretty impressive drive on his part to get all the way from, I think, 10th to the lead in 6 laps. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it absolutely was. But, I mean, again, Steven, you've done a hell of a job tonight getting that number 2 up there. And, yeah, you know, we was watching you last week, too, and, yeah, you had to park that car pretty quick, so I hope the little one's okay. And we head to next week is the All-Star race. So that's where we're heading next week, to Iowa.
Looking forward to it.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you in Iowa next week.
All right, talk soon.
Third place finisher, Steven Johnson. Terry, while you were talking to him, I caught up with our second place finisher. That's Jamie Walker in the number 88. Jamie, man, what a hard race you fought here tonight. I mean, at one point in time, you're 20 seconds ahead of second place. You had the winning car here tonight. What went wrong for you?
You know how it is. Caution breed cautions, and stuff happens. So it's just hard to plan ahead.
Well, I tell you what, you still led a bunch of laps tonight. Like I said, you were on a tear there for a while. Definitely thought you had the car to win. You still bring it home second here tonight, Jamie. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah, all in all, it was a good points night. Kept his car together. Made it one full lap, actually. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah,
it's definitely better than the week you had last week for sure. But these points are important, Jamie. What are your plans going forward now?
Just keep a cool head. I'm pretty sure I'm locked in. I just got to play my cards right. Don't do nothing stupid like I did last week, and yeah, we'll just go from there.
Well, again, Jamie, second place finish here tonight at Charlotte. Great job. We got the All-Star race next week, so hopefully we get to see you there for that one. Who you got to thank on the car tonight for making it all happen, buddy?
Well, first and foremost, I got to thank you guys up in the booth. You guys do an awesome job week in and week out. Can't thank you guys enough. Blazing Pedals putting this league on. Of course, the Mountain Dew crew, they nailed their pit stops all night long. I got to congratulate them. TRJ Karting, Savage Edge, Corey Rutherford Designs, Michael Falk Racing Designs. Who else we got? Butt Kicker. What's this? T something. You guys.
Well, hey, Jamie, great job again on second place. Unfortunately, couldn't bring home the win, but still great finish overall for you in the number 88. Like I said, hope to see you at the All-Star race next week.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
That was your second place finisher of Jamie Walker. While I was talking to him, I believe Terry caught up with our race winner.
Dalton Kilroy. Man, you won another one, bud. That's what, 2, 3 this season?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's your third one. I mean, you won a couple weeks ago at Vegas. So, man, congratulations tonight. Hell of a call saving tires at the end there, bud.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work out the way it did. Certainly when that one caution came out with, I think, 20 to go, that certainly was not needed, because I knew I knew I had a pretty good gap back to the next guy that can make it, and I was going to be good from when I did pit. So I was hoping it would have ran green. Then kind of got swarmed on the restart and was just trying to hold enough of a line where I didn't end up being the caution. And then, well, we saw what happened at the end there, and I was like, I don't know if I'll have time for it, because 6 laps is not really a lot of time around here. But you know, sure enough, the fresh tires paid off, and I lucked into another one.
Yeah, congratulations on that. I mean, you was 10th with 6 laps is what you got up to first with. So awesome job out of the 41, man. Who do you got to thank on that car this week?
Obviously, I got to thank MF Racing Designs on Facebook. Makes awesome paints for us whenever we need them. Got to thank Mullet Music Productions, CGR Graphics, Savage Edge Apparel. You guys are doing the broadcast for us. Southern Shore Realty, Priority Auto. God, I feel like I'm Butt Kicker, and all my teammates at MFRD.
All right, bud. Well, we held the All-Star race next week, and I mean, you're automatically locked into that for wins and stuff. So congratulations again tonight, bud. We'll see you next week.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
Yep.
Your race winner, Dalton Kilrow, in the number 41. And Terry, before we get going, any final thoughts on tonight's race?
No, not really. I think they ran a great race. We only had 5 cautions there. You know, first we had 2 of them pretty quick in the race and 2 of them late in the race. But overall, I think it was a hell of a race these guys ran tonight.
Yeah, definitely put on a show here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Blazing Pedals does not disappoint. We want to thank you all for tuning in tonight, and we hope you all enjoyed tonight's coverage of the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. Tomorrow night, we're going to be live again for Crooked Line Racing, as always, throughout the week, so make sure you check that out. And with that being said, don't forget, All-Star Race next week. No points on the line. You think these guys race hard for points? Wait until they're racing for some money, few bucks, and no points on the line. We're going to see a lot of crazy stuff. Again, thank you for tuning in. This has been Sam and Terry up in the TSP booth for this one. We'll see you next week. Have a good one, everybody.